Hello, myself Ram Gajan here. Basically, we are discussing one of the topics that is integration. Basically, we are discussing one of the topics that is this file basically. So one of the person told that data science project basically is going to create, and that is basically going to create by the business development officer, and they are going to create it basically. And data science resources basically they already have basically, and 100 crore matrix is there. So 100 crore matrix basically there are multiple resources created basically, so it's not like that, and the earth planet have 900 crore people basically. So 900 crore people is basically not a small amount basically. So no, no sorry, so not amount basically, not it's a not a small number basically. So it's a huge number basically. 900 crore people basically can handle easily this 100 crore metrics. So like this, the software company basically got some new project basically just now today, and they are going to create this project, and this will be mostly will be the top 10 project basically of the software company. And this basically the energy company basically can't share the project basically, because it might possible that if they will share basically the project, so the software industry basically how they are thinking na basically, they basically can't understand the thing. So the project basically whoever basically might be going to get, assume that basically some software company basically some server company basically got this project, and they basically track this project, and the business analysis basically they that group basically analyze the project, and they basically dump it into the server basically. And from server basically one of the software biggest software companies, some software company basically purchased that server, and the server basically was purchased, and it was basically given to the business development officer. They basically tracked that project, and then from server basically from brain basically they track that project, and then basically they done this little bit analysis, and then they done the code, and then basically they got the project basically. So like this the project started, and this basically converts into the 100 crore matrix project. 100 crore matrix means it's not basically small amount basically. 100 crore matrix means 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore, like this 100 crore, that matrix basically. So it's a huge amount basically. Sorry, not huge amount, huge number basically. Because metrics are equal to a number and numbers are equal to amount basically. So this is basically the thing basically. So once upon a time, upon a time I, upon a time I basically. So this is that word basically. So it's very dangerous word basically. One of the person told that it's not so easy to create the city. That's why basically everybody says that it's a one union basically. So this is that union basically. That's why basically the things are like this. So it's a upon a time I. That is one union, and that is France union basically. For that France basically have to create. They have created 1 lakh types of human needs. Basically, they have created 1 crore marriage done. They have created 100 prime minister presidents. They have created 100 types of human needs basically. 100 types of waters created. Then basically 1,000 types of cities created. 10 types of IT energies basically. SAP company basically. Here basically I take an example SAP. It is Microsoft also basically. Then 1,000 crore money basically printed. 1,000 crore it's dollar basically that need to change, that need to verify basically. Here basically I just taken as a rough number basically. In real basically the number might be totally different, because if you purchase one house also basically, what cost basically you get. For example, normal Mumbai basically, you purchase one house basically, what is the cost basically. I actually when basically I was in Mumbai basically, when basically I was in Mumbai in 2005 basically 4 5 basically, when I searched the house basically, that time basically in Mumbai the house rent house price was the minimum price basically 30 lakh basically, and that was in 2005. So now basically it's already 15 more than 15 years basically. So the cost has that 30 lakh basically has reached to 70 lakh basically. So 70 lakh basically is the normal house price basically, you can just imagine. That also in good normal area basically. Good normal area. So you can just imagine basically this amount basically which I have told basically, that is just a rough amount basically. So one of the person told that what basically France might be getting basically. That basically is the World Bank basically who are connected with France basically. So World Bank basically allocates the money basically, and they basically prints the money that this is the cost, and this is the cost basically going to happen basically to create this paragraph. So one person basically gets the project basically. For example, France got this 4 words. So this entire paragraph basically, entire paragraph owner basically is who basically? One owner is basically there of one paragraph. One paragraph have one owner also. Owner is also basically there of one paragraph. So you can just imagine basically it's not easy to create the stuff basically. It's not really not easy basically. So one of the person told that whoever basically gets this video basically first, he will basically going to launch lots of projects. In this in this file basically, there are more than 20 projects basically created basically. More than 20 projects are created. That also basically software company basically does not have basically. But they have to create basically, because it's very difficult to control the, because nowadays basically when Corona basically was there, this 100 crore matrix was not with the software company. That's why basically all were basically sitting, all basically were for holiday. They were basically at home basically for 1 or 2 months without doing the work basically. And some group basically given, and government told that basically sit at home only basically. So few private people basically taken the initiative and they basically started the work from home basically. Otherwise basically they might be still basically sitting at home only, and that also basically government might be telling that you sit at home only basically, because government tasks basically are what basically, it's very long term task basically. And they basically if say that basically you can basically work from office, that means they are basically 100% committed basically. Government basically if says that you can basically work from home, work from office, that means 100% they give the commitment basically, because they are into the physical creation. Corona antibiotic physical creation they have created, then only basically they will say you can basically work from office basically. So that is the thing, and you can sit at the computer also basically, and you can sit at the computer and you can work basically from the office basically. And you basically are not supposed to sit outside basically, you sit at office basically and sit at chair basically and do the work in computer basically. That government is going to tell basically after certain time basically, because government will never say that basically 100% basically you have to you do. Government will never say this. Government will always say you work from home only basically. Sorry, you work from home. Sorry, you basically sit at home only. They will not say that you will work also from home also. That is basically government view basically, because you basically can't sit at home, and basically how basically you can get the money basically. That is also thing basically. In Earth Planet basically, if you have to purchase one small chocolate also, there also basically you required money basically. The shopkeeper basically are not going to give money like this. Sorry, chocolate basically like that. Bhai le le chocolate le le. Tera hi hai. They are not going to tell like that basically. They will take the money and then only they will give you the chocolates. So to purchase one chocolate also basically you required money. So you can just imagine basically. And for money basically there are many ways. One is companies are there, businessmen are there, then education sectors are there, then the own sectors basically you can create. Like this basically many things are basically there basically. Outsider work like this basically many things are basically there. Own company you create like this basically, lots of things basically you are there in this world basically. So like this just see basically in this file basically more than 20 projects got created basically. More than 20 projects that also basically is not dumped into the server also basically. That type of project it has created. So in next video basically we are going to see little bit more about the going to projects generation.